Hello friends. Welcome to T Academy. Let's discuss one more Andhra Pradesh Gram Award Sachivalayam Digital Assistant Grand Test paper here. In this video, we have 100 questions and 50 questions belongs to electrical and electronics and communication engineering, and the remaining 50 questions are belongs to computer science engineering. So, friends, everybody is asking to explain each and every question in detail, so it's not possible with a short period of time. Okay, sorry for that. Just for the instance, now just I will provide the question to answer type. Okay, why? Because you are having examination on the Sunday. Okay, so almost 4 days here. So till now, what you have studied, make a short notes on your own handwriting and repeat it so that you will get a conference. Okay, and don't think about the number of posts are there for boys or gents. No post is there, only for girls is there. Don't think like that. If you are giving the paper, then focus on what are the things you are learned, what are the things to be learned. Okay, so what are the things you are learned, just make it revision. Okay, so nothing will happen if you are writing exam. Okay, so but focus on your examination with a clear intention. Okay, don't think that number of posts are less, so I will not go and write. Don't think it. If you don't want to write, just leave it. If you want to write the examination, then focus on whatever you have studied. Just gain your strength, that's it. Okay, so result is not in our hands. The result may be, okay, so in maybe your favor or may not be your favor. Okay, so just focus on what are the points you studied, so try to revise it. Okay, so that it will be useful for the next upcoming examinations. Okay, most of the electrical students are waiting for the AE notifications. Okay, so AE notification may come in the next year, so no, this year not possible. So point of view of the next year, just plan yourself. Okay, and one more important thing is time management in the examinations. Okay, so be focused on the time management. So how much time you are taking for doing each and every problem or each and every question here. That's also very important for the competitive examinations. Okay, and there is a negative marking, so you should be careful while choosing the answers. Okay, so this is my suggestion. Let's start the discussion of this model paper or grand test, you can say. The first question here it is. Okay, the first question. A 100-watt bulb burns an average of 100 hours a day for 1 week. The weekly consumption of energy will be dash units. Understand friends here, I will give explanation, small explanation here. So 1 unit means, let me take the pen here. Okay, so 1 unit means which is equal to 1000. Now here 100-watt bulb is there. Average of 10 hours a day for a 1 week means 10 hours a day. So 10 hours into how many days? 1 hour, 7 days, because 1 week they asked. So how much it is? 70. Now energy consumption, energy, what's the units of energy? Generally we'll specify in kilowatt hour. Okay, now how many hours here? 10 hours. So you got energy, how much energy you got? Kilowatts means watt hour, you can say simply. How many watts? 100 into, okay, hours. How many hours you got here? It is 70. So finally how much? 7000. But they asked units. If you convert into units, 1 unit will be equal to 1000. So how many units will get? Simply 7. Answer will be A here. Next one. A constant voltage source is a dash and dash. So if you see the characteristics, if you study the network's characteristics here, the voltage and the current characteristics. Okay, here like this. The characteristics of a voltage source will be fallen into third quadrant. So second quadrant here. Okay, second and fourth quadrant, it's like this. First and third quadrant are for passive elements. Okay, now see here. Let me correct here. This is not right. Okay, now here this characteristic will represent the constant voltage source is a active element, as you know. Okay, it is a active element, but it is not a bilateral element. It is only a unilateral element. Okay, why? Because if you see the polarity, the current direction will change like this. So current will always flow in this direction. Okay, so it is unilateral, only particular direction only. Next one, superposition theorem is not applicable for dash calculations. You have studied so many times. Okay, so in my previous videos also I given discussion about this question here. So answer is power calculations. Okay, now here next one. Cells are connected in parallel to increase. Okay, it's just you have seen that cells are connected in parallel here. Suppose if you take one battery connected in parallel here like this, so plus minus, there will be another battery here like this, plus minus, like go on means in a parallel connection it will increase the current rating capacity, but in a parallel connection the voltage remains same. So voltage will be same, current will increase. Why? Because this battery is giving, for example, 1 ampere, and this will also give 1 ampere. Total how much current will come here? If you apply KCL, you'll get it 2 amperes here. What about the voltage? Let's say 5 volts here, and this will also 5. What about the voltage? 5 volts. So see here, when you two cells are connected in parallel, the current rating will increase, but the voltage rating will remain same. So correct answer will be B here. Okay. Next one, if the two readings of the wattmeter are equal and positive in two wattmeter method, the load power factor in a balanced three-phase, three-wire circuit will be. So theta is equal to tan inversion of root 3 into W2 minus W1 divided by W1 plus W2. When the both are equal, theta will be what? 0. Okay, so as theta will be 0, whatever the power factor is going to be 1. Okay, answer will be unity power factor. Sir, how will you get theta, sir? So theta W both are equal means theta will become 0. Power factor means cos theta. Cos 0 is how much? 1. That's it. Next one. Okay. In a three-phase supply, the floating neutral is undesirable. Undesirable because it may result in dash voltage across the load. So floating neutral means actually the imbalance in voltages. Okay, unbalanced in voltage or unequal line voltages. Okay, so because of unequal line voltages, the floating neutral means actually the neutral value will be 0. Okay, but because of the three-phase supply, three-phase uh, floating means it is because of unequal line voltages. So answer is A here. Next one, the power factor of inductive circuit can be improved by connecting a capacitor in. So the power factor of a capacitor's inductive circuit can be increased by connecting it in series or by connecting it in parallel. Okay, so answer is we may connect in series and we may connect in parallel. So answer will be both here. So both will improve the power factor, but how much it depends upon the series compensator or shunt compensator. Okay, next one, for the two-port network to be reciprocal. Okay, for the two-port network to be reciprocal, so the conditions what are given here, they are for symmetrical conditions. Okay, the correct answer for this question will be uh, y12 is equal to y21. That is the y parameters. H12. Remember here I am writing again. H12 is equal to minus. Okay, H12. Sorry, H21. So this is a very important question. Why? Because these questions are common in any Transco or Genco or JEE level examinations. Okay. Now, so for this question, D will be the correct answer. Next one, iron is a dash magnetic material. So iron, the options are ferro, ferri, para, D, all of the above. Okay. So it is ferromagnetic material. You can write here as a ferromagnetic material. Okay, next one. If the magnetic field intensity at the center of a circular coil of diameter 1 meter and a carrying a 2 amps is, okay, so option in the given question itself they given a hint for us. What is that? The magnetic field intensity at the center of a circular coil of a diameter 1 meter, 1 meter diameter 1 meter and carry 2 amperes current is dash. So the hint is amperes per meter. So what is the current you get? 2. How much meters? 2 by 1. What is the answer? So yes, it will be 2 here. Next one. And this is one of the most important and repeated questions. MOSFET is a dash control device. The options are voltage, current, power, energy. So MOSFET is a voltage control device. Next one. The 12th one. The avalanche multiplication, okay, avalanche multiplication is due to, so disruption of covalent bonds occur by collision, direct rupturing bonding, C both, D none here. Okay, so sorry for the spelling mistakes, right? Avalanche multiplication. So avalanche multiplication is due to the disruption of covalent bonds occur by collision. Okay, when you are doping the p injection material, because of the doping levels, the covalent bonds will going to be breakdown. Okay, so there are two types of breakdowns: avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown, as you know. And one more question, next more here, right? What is the typical value for the ratio of a current in a PN junction diode in the forward bias and that in reverse bias is? Okay, so see here the question, understand the question carefully. It's an important question. What is the value of the ratio of the current in a PN junction in the forward bias? So forward bias current will be there. Next one, and it is in the reverse bias. So reverse bias IR here. So simply the forward bias current will be in milliamperes and the reverse bias current will be in microamperes. So 10 power minus 3 divided by 10 power minus 6, what will happen? So 10 power minus 3 plus 6, how much you got? 10 power 3, which is nothing but 1000. So the ratio will be 1000 here. So for this question, D is the right answer. Next one, a device having characteristics very close to the ideal voltage source is. So ideal voltage source is, the options are vacuum diode, Zener diode, transistor, FET. Among the given options, the Zener diode will be the correct answer. Why? Because Zener diode which act as a what? Voltage regulator. Very important question. This question is asked in the last year Ramawat Sachivalaya discussed in examination. Okay, voltage regulator. So be careful. Next one. Center tap full wave rectifier 100 volt is a peak voltage. So understand here it's a peak voltage between in the center tap and one of the secondary. Okay, what is the maximum voltage across the reverse bias diode? So see here, I will take this transformer connection here. So here this connection is there. So this is a supply voltage. So directly I can load here, and here also we have one more diode here. Okay, connected like this. Now, what is the voltage between the center tap? Peak voltage between the center tap and one of the secondary is, here it is 100 volts. Okay, what about peak value given? What about here? Here also 100 volts only. Center tap and so both are there. When it is open circuited, when it's open circuited, entire 200 volts will appear across a diode. So reverse bias diode it will not conduct. So entire how much? 200 volts is going to be appear. Okay, let's solve the next question here. The ripple factor in case of a full wave rectifier is, so straightforward question. 16th one, it is 0.48. 0.48. What is the ripple factor? So ripple factor is nothing but square root of form factor square minus 1. Okay. Next one. The basic material for fabrication of light emitting diodes, LEDs, we are using nowadays. So what are the material that we are going to use in that LED? Okay, that is gallium arsenide. Other options are gallium arsenide phosphide, indium antimonide, indium antimonide phosphide. So friends, here most of the questions what I have taken all are from the Indian Engineering Service examination or GATE examination or other PSUs. Okay, you can go through any Google and search the questions. You will get the answers for this question along with the which examination these questions are asked. Okay, now next one, in case of amplifiers, which coupling gives the highest gain? Okay, the options are transformer coupling, resistance coupling, impedance coupling, capacitance coupling. So among the correct answer is transformer coupling. Okay, for example is if you take a class A amplifier without transformer coupling, it will give a efficiency of 25%. Suppose transformer coupled class A amplifier means it will give 50%. Okay, efficiency, and also gain is increased. Why? Because you can increase the voltage gain by using simple transformer. Okay, next one, a differential amplifier is invariably used in the input stage of all operational amplifiers. This is done basically to provide the operational amplifier with a very high gain. So very high gain. Okay, so very high gain, and the correct option here it is CMRR. Other options are bandwidth, slew rate, open loop gain. It is CMRR. That is, what is the CMRR? Common mode rejection ratio. Okay, next one, the voltage gain of an ideal voltage follower. Okay, the voltage gain of an ideal voltage gain, or the ideal voltage follower, it is, answer is 1. Okay, it is option B is less than 1, C is 0, D is infinity. Okay, next one, 21st question. So now we'll start with the machines concepts here. Now, transformer oil must be free from. Sir, what is the need of transformer oil? So if you take the tank of a transformer oil, inside there will be a coil here, okay, which we wound here. Along with it, we will use a transformer coil for the cooling purpose, okay, and as well as for insulation purpose. This is also one of the important question. So we use a transformer oil for cooling purpose and for insulation. Suppose if you are using for a cooling purpose, no problem, but insulation purpose, if the moisture content is present, means insulation is going to be breakdown. Okay, so simply it will make the short circuit. So among the options, moisture, sludges, gases, sulfur, answer A is the correct one. Next one, the magnetizing current in a transformer is rich in dash harmonics. The magnetizing current in a transformer, it should be rich in third order harmonics. So answer will be third order. Okay, so if is a magnetizing current is having a rich in third order harmonics, it will give a good sinusoidal waveform output voltage. Okay, so 3 is the answer. Other options are 5, 6, 9, you know. Next one, which of the following conditions are necessary for the parallel operation of the two transformers? When you want to connect two transformers in parallel, so you have to give the proper connections like this. This will be connection, this will be connection. So this will be your input side, and these 2 points will be our output side here. Okay, now percentage impedance should be same. Okay, it's the correct point. Polarities of the both the secondaries should be same. Okay, so this is also one of the important point. Another question may be asked like this. So what will happen if the polarities of the two transformers connected in parallel are different? Then what will happen? Simply it will make a dead short circuit. The voltage reading should be some essential condition. Okay, all of the above. So correct answer is the percentage impedance should be same, polarity should be same, voltage rating should be same. So all of the above. Here is the right answer. Next one, 24th question. Auto transformer can do the following. So step up voltage, step down voltage. If you have seen the auto transformer in your laboratory, okay, so there is a round type transformer is there. We can call it a dimmer stat. So if you start here, it will start the reading from 0. It will maximum up to go to 270 here like this. So minimum value, maximum value, and the supply what you are giving from the sockets are nothing but 230 volts. So you can see here by using this dial here, you can change the reading from step down to step up. So answer will be C. Next one, if the back EMF in a DC motor vanishes suddenly, the motor will. So the motor will burn. Okay, but because of excess current. Okay, so I is equal to V is equal to EB plus IA RA. When EB 0, entire V is becomes IA RA. So resistance value is very small, so that automatically will burn. Next one, when the mechanical power developed by DC motor is maximum, when the back EMF is. So mechanical power developed by mechanical power developed by the DC motor is maximum, and the back EMF is equal to applied voltage is equal to 0 is equal to half of the applied voltage. So is equal to half of the applied voltage. So EB is equal to V by 2. Next one, if the current drawn by DC motor at the starting is 0 amps, very low, normal, high. So answer will be very high. Because of this reason only we use starters. Okay, we have 3-point starter, 2-point starter and 4-point starters. Next one. Field copper losses are constant in which of the following motors? So field copper losses means if you take a DC shunt machine, okay, it is like this. Okay, so when you are supplying the voltage, entire voltage will be appear here. It's a constant voltage, it will not change. So as of that reason, constant current will flow. As of reason, constant current is flowing. Current is constant. Current is constant means I square R losses are constant. So in case of DC machines, it's possible. Next one. Which of the following methods would give a higher than actual value of a regulation in an alternator? Okay, in an alternator. So that is a ZPF method, MMF method, EMF method, AC method. So in the EMF method, in the EMF, that is EMF method or synchronous impedance method. Other method is synchronous impedance method. In this method, what will happen is it will give the value of the voltage regulation which is higher than the actual value. Okay. So answer is C. Next one. Three-phase synchronous motors has three-phase synchronous motor has high starting torque, no starting torque, low starting torque, low starting torque, current. So synchronous motors will have no starting torque here. Next one, in case of synchronous machine, the damper winding are used in. So if you have seen the construction of a construction of a synchronous machine, inside the machine, inside the rotor, okay, like this rotor shape is there. So there you will place some bars are here, okay. So these copper bars, what we will do is that we can consider damper winding. Okay, so this damper winding, what it will do is it is going to control the machine's behavior. That means if the speed is low, it will try to increase. It will the speed is more, it will try to reduce it. Okay, so helps in starting as motor and to reduce a hunting. Okay, hunting means making oscillations. So correct answer will be C here. Next one, the efficiency of a properly designed synchronous machine is the order of dash percentage. So read the question carefully here. Properly designed means with a good structure and a good conducting material, good body. Okay, good properties of the material. Synchronous machine is the order of it is in the order of efficiency of 92%. 92%. Suppose in case of transformers 99%. Which of the following motors is not a synchronous motor? Okay, so options are hysteresis, repulsion, both A and B. D is reluctance. Okay, so it is answer is repulsion motors. Next, smaller area in a polyphase induction motor helps in. Okay, smaller area. What is the area here? So the air gap between the rotor and the stator. So suppose it's a stator, inside there is a rotor. So stator rotor is there. Okay, so reduce the chance of crawling, increase starting torque, reduce the chance of coughing, reducing the magnetizing current. Okay, answer will be reducing the magnetizing current. Why? Because to magnetize this portion inside the induction machine, we require current. If the air gap is very small, magnetizing current will be less. Okay, so answer will be reducing the magnetizing current will be the right answer. Okay, if you like this video, please like this video, okay, and share with your friends so that they also get benefit from this video here. Okay, and those who are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe for more and more updates. Okay, I will provide more and more model papers for distillation examination, okay, in a couple of days, again and again. Okay, next one, 35th question. The power factor of an induction motor operating at no load will have a value around. So the power factor of a induction motor operating at no load, no load means it will have a very less amount of power factor, and at no load condition at the starting time it will draw more and more amount of current. So answer will be 0.2 lagging. So this is a general question asked in most of the competitive examination. Okay, for the purpose of starting induction motor, star delta switch is an equivalent to an auto transformer of ratio of. Okay, so for the purpose of starting of induction motors, we have a direct online starter, starter delta starter, auto transformer starter. Here the examiner made a comparison between the star delta switch with an auto transformer connection here. So correct answer will be here 57.7%. Okay, next question. In case of split phase motors, the phase shift between the currents in the two windings is around. The options are 30, 70, 90, 120. So you know the answer for this question. It is 30 degrees. What is a clamp on ammeter is used for? So clamp on ammeter is used for low AC currents, high AC currents, low DC currents, high DC currents. So clamp on ammeter used to measure especially in HT transmission lines where the current rating is very high. So high AC currents. Okay, next one. The pressure coil of a dynamometer type wattmeter is highly. So the pressure coil of a dynamometer type wattmeter. Okay, so wattmeter is highly. Options are resistive, inductive, capacitive, D all. Correct answer will be it is resistive. Next one. Which of the following is measured by loss of charge method? So loss of charge method we can measure. Okay, options are low R. Low R means resistance. So low R, high R, low L. L means inductance. Okay, low I mean inductance here. So answer will be B, high resistance. Which of the following is a frequency sensitive bridge? So this question is asked in 2 times, especially in a GATE examination, and recently happened AP Transco 2019 examination. They asked a question. Okay, AP Transco or AP SPDCL, but it asked in 2019 paper only. So answer will be it's Wayne's bridge. Okay, other options are Desotis bridge, Scaring bridge, and Campbell bridge. Next one. The beam of electrons in a cathode ray tube emanates. Emanates because of secondary emission, thermionic emission, diffusion, post acceleration. So the in CRO cathode ray tube, the electrons is going to be accelerate because of thermoionic emission. Okay, after that there will be a secondary emission is there, but the first preference is thermoionic emission. Next one. Domestic consumers are usually charged. Okay, that means whatever we are using in the homes, okay, the electricity board is going to charge for that electricity bill. Okay, so what is the tariff? Flat demand tariff, block rate tariff, flat rate tariff, off peak tariff. So answer will be it is 43rd question. It is block rate tariff here. Next one. The capacitors are used in power system to improve the power supply power factor, improve voltage regulation, change the load characteristics, D all. Okay, so capacitors are used in power system to improve the voltage regulation. Okay, so later also you can use a power factor, but it is not supply power factor. Okay, so answer will be for this question is B. And the next one, a synchronous condenser is a synchronous generator, synchronous motor, proper condenser, D none. So synchronous condenser is a over-excited synchronous motor. Okay, so synchronous machine we can say, but here the synchronous generator, synchronous motor is a give the preference to synchronous motor. Next one, in air blast circuit breakers, 400 kV system are designed to operate in dash seconds. Okay, so the answer are 0 0.1, 0 0.5, 50 and 100 microseconds. The answer will be 50 into 10 power minus 3, 50 milliseconds answer. Next one, isolators are used in the transmission lines are capable of breaking fault current, no load current, charging current, load current. Answer will be isolators, no load current. Why? Because these isolators won't have any, it won't have any arc quenching mechanism. That means it will not able to quench the arc. Okay, that is a problem with these isolators. It is only no load current. No load current in the transformers we can eliminate by using isolators. Next one. Which one of the following circuits transmits two messages simultaneously in one direction? The options are duplex, diplex, simplex, quadruplex. Okay, so answer is for this question is diplex, B. Next one. In a high speed TDM, the channels are separated. The channels are separated in the receiver employing dash gate, OR gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, AND gate. Okay, so for the 49th question, the answer will be AND gate. Okay, next one, the last question for this session. The FDM is used for a telephone. Which module scheme is adopted? AM, DSB-SC, SSB-SC, FM. Okay, the answer will be SSB-SC. Okay, so thank you friends, thanks for watching my video and all the best for examination preparation. Okay, so in the next video we'll discuss computer engineering questions. Okay, stay tuned.